Yo, what up? Episode 1, here we go. I'm going to jump right into it, and we're going to head out to Autzen and check out Justin Herbert's second down run in the first quarter. Went for 37 yards.
Now we see Oregon going to their Ducks tempo.
We're in the Oregon yellow today as Herbert keeps. Herbert has space. Down the sideline, Justin Herbert steps out of bounds inside the 30.
A great call by Oregon's OC indeed. But let's take a deeper look. Oregon's going to line up in a slot formation, and what that means is that you're going to bring both receivers over to one side. So you're going to leave one side vacant of receivers, and that's exactly what we see here. But the big thing with that is you force the defense to answer a question, and that's how do I want to line up with your receivers? Do I want to bring the corner that was supposed to recover your receiver on one side? Do I want to bring him over to the other side? Hence the term corners over for those that have heard it. Or do I want to leave the corner backside to help with run support, help fill in and being in that gap? But as a result, I leave the front side not as elite when it comes to pass coverage because I'm forcing a linebacker to cover. Here on this play, we see Bowling Green elect to bring the corner over because they're saying, hey, Justin Herbert's not going to beat us with his legs, and we want our best cover guy on Oregon's better receiver, being the slot receiver rather than the tight end on the other side. As a result, when we watch it again, because they brought the corner over, that left Bowling Green very susceptible to this exact run because they have no one setting the edge. Granted, the defensive end probably came down too hard, and the linebacker, someone should be there, linebacker, whoever it is, but he gets lost in the shuffle. But nevertheless, it leaves Bowling Green's defense susceptible because they're thin on the edge. Oregon has them outmanned and out-leveraged. But this one play sets the stage for Oregon's entire quarter moving forward. So now we're going to jump to almost exactly a quarter later. We're just about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and we find ourselves in, again, another slot formation. Slot formation being that you're bringing receivers that should be on one side over to the other side and leaving one side vacant of receivers, and that's exactly what Oregon does here. But I should note, I calculated it, Oregon in a quarter of football, from 5 minutes left in the first quarter to 5 minutes left in the second quarter, Oregon ran 16 slot formations. Varying degrees of that, yes, nuances that you can shoot me a message in the comments and see if you think that impacts things. But point being, they ran it 16 times. The play I'm about to show is 17. For the majority of those 16 times, Oregon was putting pressure on that side with no receivers, forcing Bowling Green to set the edge and do something. Forcing Bowling Green for 17 times to answer that same question. Do I bring a corner over or do I not? We'll watch a play here, and Bowling Green decides to adjust. They're saying, hey, we're not going to bring our corner over. Last time we did that, Justin Herbert beat us with his legs, so we're going to leave the corner back, and watch what happens here.
He would have had a shot at the pass.
They're down 11. Herbert, screen to Tony Brooks-James. Has a lane. Brooks-James down the sideline. Cuts it back. Brought down inside the 10.
And another big play by Oregon. But Max, like you said, that if we leave our corner home and don't bring him over, we'll have more support to that side. I did say that, but it works both ways. Yes, you'll have another body back there, but you're asking that body to do a responsibility and fill a lane and have a run responsibility with your defensive scheme. And as a result of having another just body back there, you're going to shift your linebackers more to their right. Just simple gap responsibility. And Oregon knows that. And so Oregon's going to run this different variations, but a slot formation 17 times in the series of one quarter of play to say, hey, how are you going to respond to this? How are you going to respond to this? And the second you leave your cornerback home and don't bring him over and ask him to fill a role in the run responsibility, we're going to screen him. Because if we roll it again, we'll see that they obviously ran a screen here, and they're asking that cornerback to take on a 300-pound Oregon right tackle, and that's never happening. Oregon's tackle is going to kick him out the club.
Get up and get so damn hype you get kicked out the club.
And they're going to go on for a big play. And so point being, this is the cat and mouse game that goes on with defensive and offensive coordinators, because the next play for Bowling Green is to probably just get a bigger body in there. or mix up the front, or shift the linebackers over, or do something to help out your corner position against the slot formations. Oregon was killing them on it all night, and they knew it. That's why they stuck with it. It was a great call by Oregon's OC, and I know for me, I'm used to seeing Oregon spread them wide. Two receivers on each side, trips, empty, all that stuff. Well, that was different. It was different seeing Oregon in more slot formations. I don't watch a ton of Oregon ball, but from what I've seen, this was different. It'll be interesting to see if they stick with this moving forward. Now we're going to check out the USC UNLV game in the third quarter, a sequence of plays that ended up being the turning point in the game.
Sidney motions. Big pressure coming, and Daniels can't get out.
A big-time blitz, a big sack by UNLV, obviously.
That's what we call a sack lunch.
But on TV, it looks like UNLV just overpowered him. This is a schematic thing. UNLV is only bringing 5 guys. SC has 6 blockers, 5 O-linemen, and their running back makes 6. So they should pick this up every single time, no worries. But to add insult to injury, and I know SC fans won, so it's all is well. But as you play this, St. Browne, the receiver, is out of your picture on the left-hand side, but he is standing wide open. He is right over the ball with no one in front of him.
No, God! No, God!
But the point being, this blitz should be picked up. Daniel should have time to throw, and it should be given to St. Browne, and he'll run for his second touchdown. Or I guess this would have been his first touchdown. But I'll say this about blitz pickup. Blitz pickup is a unit-wide issue. It's not on one single guy always. Yes, some have more faults than others, but when you look at it here, this could be a laundry list of things. This could be the center sliding the O-line to the wrong direction. In this one, the O-line slid to the boundary when the pressure came to the field, meaning the bottom of your screen. This could be on the guards letting a rusher free coming straight down the A gap. That is a code rule in all of offensive line protection, is you never let a guy standing on top of the A gap rush the A gap. You will always, a down call or whatever the verbiage is, you will always squeeze down on that. This could be on the offensive line coach or a coordinator, a coach not giving the players the tools to be successful to pick up this blitz, not giving them enough info or enough freedom to get themselves out of a bad situation. This could be on JT Daniels and not sliding the protection to the correct way, which is another point, being a true freshman, another thing that it'll be interesting to see how much weight they put on his shoulders. This could be on the scout defensive line and linebackers, not giving a good look in practice. Point being, when you miss a blitz pickup, it's a unit-wide issue. It's, yes, some are at fault more than others, but I don't necessarily point the finger at one single guy. But what I do say is SC's missing Toa Lobendon, and that is one guy that could cover up all these factors and get you in the right situation. Yes, they miss him. Yes, the freshman played great. I'm not saying that. But there's something to be said about experienced offensive linemen. And who said O-line don't put points on the board? Right here, they very well could have. This is where it gets interesting, because right here we're about to begin the following drive. It's still a ball game. It's a minute left in the third quarter. It's 14-19. It's still a ball game, and I guarantee when they were on the sidelines in between possessions, you got guys feeling sorry for yourselves, guys looking around waiting for someone to make a play, guys thinking, looking up at the clock and thinking, oh crap, we're in a close one with a team that we should not be in a close one with. And I guarantee their head coach, Coach Helton, got in their face and said, hey guys, we got to be better. We're bigger, faster, stronger than them. He challenged them. There probably was a lot more intensity and maybe a few more foul words in there. But he knows they missed an opportunity last time with that blitz pickup. And so this time he's going to challenge his players. And he's going to run his favorite run play, power, 3 times in a row. And let me explain power a little bit. Power is when the center blocks back, the guard pulls around, and the tight end and the tackle combination block for the backside linebacker. And that is a play. It's a staple in football because it's right at you. We're coming right at you. It's buckle up your chin strap, and we'll see who's bigger and who's stronger and who wants it more. I guess that's the best way to put it. Who wants it more? And so that's exactly what is happening here, because Clay Helton is challenging his team. We're going to run this 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row, the exact same play. UNLV knows it's coming and they can't stop it, and watch what happens here on this drive.
Atlanta, where they're playing that game today. Back to Cedric Ware.
They're following.
That's it, tempo. And Ware this time is bottom up.
3 big-time run plays. SC's in great position. And as the quarter turns and they're going the other way, T. Martin, SC's OC, knows, hey, I got UNLV on the ropes. We're running it right down their throat. Their linebackers and safeties are going to get sucked up. And watch what SC does here.
Sure, how many people thought it was going to be like that?
Well, Daniels lets it go for his man. Modern day to modern day.
Fun to follow along with that sequence of events. Credit to SC staff for challenging their players after a tough sack, a missed opportunity, and then capping it off that big mentality drive with a statement and a big play. Opened up the floodgates for this game. Game wasn't close. Good way to finish for SC. The final play I want to finish off with is the Mike Leach big gulp left, as he calls it.
This is a fun formation right here. Would you consider this air raid?
Well, I would consider this Mike Leach creative and eccentric. Little direct snap, flip it over to the wedge.
I want to get your guys' thoughts on what do you think's coming next. I don't even know where to begin when breaking this down. For me, I think it's something off the jet sweep and the guy that's coming in motion. But in the comments or send me a message, let me know what do you think Mike Leach has scheming in his bag of tricks for week 2 as Washington State gets closer to Pac-12 ball.